So I'm sure you've heard the term, there's an app for that. And certainly that applies to just about every aspect of our lives. But if there's an app for that and things are so easy now, then why can't we get good financial reports by using an app? And there's a secret that most app developers and resellers don't want you to know, and I'm going to clue you in. It's because they still can't do thinking, they can't think, and they can't apply rules. It can capture information, but it can't think for you or apply the rules. When we use an app, it's gathering information for us, but it can't put it into a format that the IRS, creditors, investors, and owners can make any sense out of. Apps can help with bookkeeping, but they can't do accounting. And yes, there is a difference between bookkeeping and accounting. And I know that that's a really hard concept for people to grasp, so I'm going to spend a moment on that. Bookkeeping is simply recording the financial transactions of a business. Accounting is understanding those financial transactions, being able to organize them, prove them, and create a report that is going to make sense and is going to be in an acceptable format for the IRS, for creditors, and for owners. Another part of being in a successful business is protecting your investment from loss. And loss can occur when you're not keeping track and understanding what the financial transactions actually mean. And also, if you can't substantiate an expense or income for the IRS, that can also result in a loss. Unfortunately, many business owners think that because they're using an app to capture their information, that that's kind of the extent of what they need to do. But that is just not true. And it's a very expensive business risk, because what we see happen is clients go, well, I'm downloading that information, I'm looking at it, and it seems to be about right. And then they hand this information off to their CPAs at the end of the year when it's time to get their taxes done. And a scenario like that has two absolute results. Number one, it's going to cost that person a lot more money for the CPA to do the accounting, the bookkeeping and the accounting at that time. The CPA is usually a lot more expensive than a bookkeeping service would be throughout the year. But the second absolute truth is you've just spent a year not looking at your business, the profitability, the risks, and making sure that no fraud or theft loss has occurred. Usually about 90% of the clients that we see are in that boat, where they have a lot of information that maybe they've even captured, but they haven't made any sense out of it. The 10% that comes to us that has it all together, they've usually come to us by way of another bookkeeper or a CPA. So unless you're already working with a bookkeeper and a CPA and keeping really good control and track of that information, you might already be at risk. So next time we'll talk about what the risks are for using online banking and automatically downloading that information into your QuickBooks or your software, your accounting software. There's both pluses and minuses, or risks and benefits, and we want to make sure that you understand both. So until next time, don't stop counting on those numbers. We'll talk again soon.